So what is going on, all my stars out there? How y'all shining? Are you tired of struggling with finances in your Madden 23 CPU versus CPU franchise modes? Well, it's time to say goodbye to that financial frustration and hello to success. In this video, we'll reveal the insider secrets to becoming a financial powerhouse in the world of Madden CPU versus CPU franchises and make you an expert GM. So in this video, I'm really going to tell you guys how to make funds, really how to keep funds and how funds work, hopefully fast. I want to start off by saying how funds work. As you can see in the top right hand corner, this is not the league that I'm running on the channel currently. This is just a solo league that I actually just watch while I'm doing stuff around the house or doing stuff that I actually need to complete. However, we're going to be using this for demonstration purposes since we're in the off season. It kind of helps. So as you can see, I'm in 2023 season. So this is the second season that I went through and I still have $382 million. I actually just won the Super Bowl as well and went 15-2 with realistic sliders. How did I do that? Let's look at the roster first. So as you can see on the roster side of everything, we've had really good guys that we actually had to pay with our funds and we still have $382 million. So how do funds work? Well, you lose funds when you pay people. For example, we're actually going to try to do it on somebody. It's going to be kind of hard since we're in the free agency and I would have to eval offers, but I'm kind of going to explain it as I offer somebody. So I actually need a wide receiver. So we're going to go get one because Gabe Davis actually just left my team for some reason, even though he won a ring. But we're probably going to get T. Higgins just because he's 91 overall, 25 years old. So for example, the interest, as you can see, the salary is going to come from my cap space. I'm going to make a dedicated cap space video and managing cap and managing everything with that aspect in the later videos, so make sure you subscribe. However, the bonus, this is where your funds come into play and why you need it down the line, especially when re-signing players. So for example, Gabe Davis right now wants about $82.2 million for 4 years, $20.5 million per year. Realistically, I can, and I have the cap space and everything to pay this. I really don't know if I actually want to pay this. So give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to skip this part of the video just to see if I really want him. So I can actually kind of do this on a player that I actually want. All right, guys. So actually going to be doing this on Chase Claypool because I actually want him. So right now he wants $17.4 million for 3 years, with a bonus of 1.3. He actually has some interest in my team, so I really could finagle this dude a little bit, you feel me, and actually probably lowball him, but for the purposes of this video, I'm not going to. So now let's use a number like, for example, I'm just gonna say, I'm not gonna offer him this, but if I needed to re-sign a player or actually wanted to negotiate with a player, with his bonus, I have to take into account funds immediately. This isn't like salary cap where I have years on the line to kind of manage it. No, when you sign somebody to a bonus, that shit is coming out right away. Pause.
What do you mean by that?
So for example, if he wants 3 years and I give him a $5 million bonus, that's a $5 million bonus each year. That's not saying he's going to get an extra $5 million. No, that kid is getting $5 million for 3 years and you're paying that up front. So that's $15 million you now owe him up front, and that's coming straight out of your owner funds. So say for example, if I offered him this and he accepted it, my owner funds would go from $382 million. My owner funds would go from $382 million to $367 million instantly. And that is exactly kind of how funds work. So other things that team funds are used for is if you relocate or if you're rebuilding a stadium, you're going to have to pay for that as well. And that's a weekly cost. However, you can easily make that up with the tips I'm going to give you later on in this video. But as you can see, as of right now, my net income is just around possibly $3.99 million a week, but that's also because we didn't have any ticket sales or concession sales and we still made a profit, and I'm gonna tell you guys how soon. However, you can see though, you're going to be paying player salaries, staff salaries, stadium lease, stadium maintenance. That's actually if you're building a stadium, and of course, like I just said, player bonuses. So that's all the stuff you're going to be paying for. So that's why you really want to watch your funds. And if you actually go into the negative, which I did before I learned this probably last year, then they're going to tell you have 1 year to get back into the positives and make a profit or you'll be fired. I didn't get that far. I actually made a video on if you went that far, how to actually get more funds in an online CPU versus CPU franchises. So that video will actually be in the cards. So how do you make money now? This is the main part of this video. You want to know how to make money. So there's 3 ways to make money: ticket sales, merchandise sales, and concession sales. Obviously, you could jack up all of these prices, but there's an economy to this. If you jack up all the prices, you're going to possibly make more, but less people are going to buy it. So you have to really be smart about that. And it also drives down your fan happiness. Also, if your fan happiness is high, you'll actually be able to charge a little bit more and they won't take that negative of a hit. If your team happiness and team success is bad, you'll also have to adjust those to kind of still be able to make money. And you can see fan happiness right there. You can see what the fan happiness is. And they'll also tell you what you want. Team success first, team popularity 10. So we could do concession prices. I'm 12. So there's 11 other teams that's better than me with pricing. 10 other teams that's better than me with merchandise. But my ticket prices, my fans are happy about that. I believe that's because I have the best value, which is really good because a lot of people are going to buy it. So I can actually probably change those just a little bit higher. But again, what we're going to do is going to manage finances. So a good place that you can kind of start is you can kind of, I would say, do a general test. So I'm at 400 right now. You have fan feedback, good value. On the right hand side, you can see, have you seen how cheap upper level tickets are? I see that instantly. I'm like, yeah, you're right. Let me charge 40 for it. You can see in the club section are lower than I expected. Just brought 2 to the next home game. So that's obviously at a too low. They'll pay more. Let me pay 150 on it. Mazine tickets, I don't see anything right there, but it sells me sweet tickets. Colts tickets in the sweet section are cheap. Did this owner make a mistake or something? Hell yeah. So let me change that to maybe like 475. And again, you could drive these prices to try to really make a profit if you're really that much of a GM or if you really need finances. But again, you'll sell less, but you also have the possibility to make more since prices are higher and so high. But I don't discourage that. It's all a testing game, and they tell you this week by week of how much you sell. So again, merchandise now. So how I normally price my merchandise is they're kind of honestly like cheap for real. Like for Nike home games, I have them at 80. Sideline t-shirts, I have it at 20. I kind of want to make it realistic as well. Plus, I don't really need money. As you can see, average price of that is like 32. So I could probably jack that up to 28 now. Nike Super Bowl shirt, because we just won the Super Bowl, I believe. So we'll probably, that's at 40 right now. We'll probably make that, honestly, I would say like 35 for real. We'll probably make that 35 just so the fans can actually, you know, get some merchandise. Nike Era fitted hat will probably price that at 30 because the average price is 35, and it tells you how much you sold and how much you made selling that. Nike KO sweatshirt, I could jack that up if I wanted to. Again, I'm not going to jack up all these prices right now. I'm just kind of going through it. Michael Orr, he's my quarterback, my franchise quarterback. So what I do in this situation for the jerseys, if they're like starters or really good starters, I kind of jack up their prices because a lot of people are going to want those. JT, of course, we about to jack that up again. Leading rusher, and he's a dog. Michael Orr signed football again. One rookie of the year, average price 300. We'll probably put that at like 3. Honestly, probably like, I would say I was gonna jack it up to 400, but I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna do 325 just because he's not all that. He is that guy, but he's not all that. And then of course, probably jack that down to 20. And again, even for this, on the right hand side, you have, there has to be something the Colts can do about their merchandise prices. They're charging a ton. Great prices right now in the Colts team store. Get a Nick Foles and Nike jersey. Prices are actually reasonable for Colts merchandise. That's refreshing. So some people are going to complain. Some people are going to actually like your prices just like real life. And that's how you make money. Concession stands as well. Try to make this realistic. Of course, you could jack these prices up, and they have the average prices and how much you sold. So week by week, if you really want to get into the nitty gritty of this, you can change prices up a little bit and see how much you sell and how much you make week by week. And it kind of helps if you have back-to-back home games. You can really test it and actually see. 5-star, 4-star, 3-star, 2-star. What that is your stadium rating. You have to have a good stadium concession rating to get these 5 stars. I didn't upgrade my stadium rating because I'm actually trying to rebuild the stadium, so I have to let it deteriorate just a little bit till I can rebuild it. However, once you get that, you can actually even add these, which is going to make you probably 50 to 60,000 more. And again, that adds up because that's on top of everything else you're making, guys. The only way you can make funds, I'm not sure if you make funds for like winning Super Bowl or anything, but again, that's how you make funds. And when you're only kind of paying for bonuses and you're actually aware of that and what you're trying to give the bonus to and who you're giving a bonus to, then you will keep money. I would say not to just go all out and like, oh, I got 382 million. Sure, I can easily get Chase Claypool and give him like $5 to $6 million signing bonus, but he's not asking for that, and I don't need to give him that, and that's going to ruin my funds. Along the way, I may need those funds, and they continue to add up. 3-4 years down the line or 2 years down the line, I might need those funds, or I might decide to rebuild a stadium and not only have 200 million because I gave Chase Claypool, who isn't even on my team anymore, up front $40 million. So you just guys got to be smart about that. I hope I didn't ramble on too much. I hope this helped. I'll also, like I said, be doing a full guide on the ultimate CPU versus CPU franchise guide, where I talk about the best GM, the coaches, the franchise staff, finances, contracts, rebuilding, rookies and drafting, scheming, signing free agents, finances, everything you can kind of think about in my mindset of what I do in my solo franchises and franchises I play with friends. I'll be making a full guide, but I'll also be doing mini videos like this along the way until that's done. So you don't want to miss any of those if that's what you subscribe to me for. So subscribe. If you like this video, you can click the video on the left to see my realistic Madden 23 CPU versus CPU sliders, and you can click the video on the right to actually see the first video of the series that we're doing for rebuilding, where we make a little bit of trades and kind of add to the roster. That video is on the right. If you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to leave them down in the comment section. I reply to and when I mean every single comment that you guys make, because I appreciate the time that you're taking to comment. So I'm going to take time out of my day to reply and actually interact with you guys. I love you guys to the moon and back. Like I said, if you have any video ideas for me or want me to make anything, let me know down in the comment section and I'll get that video out ASAP like Rocky. But I love you guys to the moon and back. I'm out. Peace.